Natal Jupiter retrograde, important takeaways. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down natal Jupiter retrograde in detail, everything you need to know about this, what it means when someone has natal Jupiter retrograde in their chart. All right, make sure you stick around all the way to the end because I'm going to be really breaking this down in detail. All right, natal Jupiter retrograde, important takeaways. So when you have natal Jupiter retrograde, you were born when transit Jupiter was retrograde. Okay, so when you were born and when you took your first breath, transit Jupiter just so happened to be retrograde at that time. That's what it means to have natal Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter represents our belief systems and how we attract abundance, luck, and opportunities in life. All right, so that's what Jupiter represents. It represents our belief systems and how we attract abundance, luck, and opportunities in life. Retrograde represents a time period of reflecting and reassessing matters, okay? That's what retrograde periods represent. It represents a time period of reflecting and reassessing matters heavily. Having natal Jupiter retrograde, it makes you reflect on your belief system and what you need to do to grow a lot, okay? So when people have their natal Jupiter retrograde, you notice they may tell you how they spend a lot of time reflecting on their belief system, and they always feel kind of unsure, and they're always questioning what their belief system is, if they have the right belief system, and they're always reflecting on what do they need to do to grow. It matters more the sign and house your natal Jupiter retrograde is in, okay? So the retrograde is important, but it really matters more the sign and house your natal Jupiter retrograde is in, because it tells you what the message is, what you're going to be reflecting and reassessing on. For example, someone with Jupiter, Pisces, 7th house retrograde. Okay, so this is someone who has their Jupiter in Pisces. It's in the 7th house and it's retrograde. So just analyzing this from a basic perspective, Jupiter in Pisces represents a person that needs to embrace Pisces-like qualities to grow. But the fact that it's retrograde, they're going to be reflecting on how to do that a lot, how to do that in the correct way, how to express Pisces-like qualities to grow, right? That's what they're always going to be reassessing and reflecting on, how to move forward as far as expressing that energy. And then them having Jupiter in the 7th house indicates abundance, luck, and opportunities being associated with partnerships and relationships. But this native is going to reflect and ponder on how to be able to accomplish that a lot. They're going to be reassessing, how do I do this in the right way? How do I expand through relationships in the right way? You may feel like expansion and growth doesn't come easy to you, and like there's always something hindering your ability to expand and grow. All right. So when you have natal Jupiter retrograde, you may feel like expansion and growth isn't something that comes easy, and like there's always something hindering your ability to expand and grow. It really just depends, but that's something that you may feel or an experience. This may make you hesitant to express your philosophical beliefs out of fear of being ridiculed or judged. You are ridiculed or judged. You have unconventional beliefs. Okay. So when you have natal Jupiter retrograde, a lot of times what happens too is that it makes you hesitant to express your beliefs. It's like you tend to hold back your beliefs because you don't want people to judge you or think that you're weird. You have unconventional beliefs. Celebrity example, Oprah. Now, Oprah, this was so interesting finding out that she had natal Jupiter retrograde, because, I mean, it's really obvious. I mean, if you look at her life, she's always had like spiritual gurus and stuff like that and great philosophers on her show. And she loves having them on her show and just talking to them and gaining insights and just basking in that Jupiter like energy of, you know, being a philosopher and reflecting on how to grow and how to expand. You can just tell from Oprah, like studying her as a person, that this is something that you can tell like she spent a lot of time in her life questioning her beliefs. All you have to do is just listen to her interviews. All right. And that's everything you need to know. Email me if you still have more questions and you still don't understand. My email is astrologyztv@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Take care.